Hi, I'm Tammy Clinch, CEO of Abacus Learning Centre, and I'm here to talk about a leadership program that's helped us with staff retention in the disability sector. I think retention is really challenging in any sector at the moment, but the disability sector for sure, to keep people engaged who are often really physically challenged through their role. If they're support workers, it can take a load every day. So how do you provide things that keep them engaged over the long term and on a career path? Our sector, unfortunately, the funding model is hard to even provide basic compliance training. And so how do you get a professional development budget? And then when you do, you want to make sure it's most impactful for the staff that you're training and very specific to the sector. So we developed a program called LEAD at Woollahra about 7 years ago, and then took it through to Abacus Learning Centre as well. We joined together last year and ran it together. And that was looking at how we develop leadership capability, not just for senior managers, but right through to support workers. And that particular program meant that we were developing our skills within the organisation and then providing whatever opportunities came up. We had workforce ready to go into those new challenges and stretch projects and career movement. So there are 3 key elements to the program. There's the leadership sessions. So we ran them once a month for 5 months. And it's a 3-hour session, typical classroom type of environment. And the topics are individual strengths, communication, leadership and strategy, and giving and receiving feedback. And the final one is wellbeing. So we look at the wellbeing not just at work, but outside of work, because we want you to bring your whole person into work and feel really comfortable. So that was the one key element, but the other 2 really add the icing on the cake. So we have a buddy system within the program, and we deliberately partner people who have completely different strengths profiles, because we want those robust conversations where you're sort of challenging each other with a different perspective. And that continues the learning and means you've got someone who can talk concepts with you in a quiet environment, having a coffee or something like that. And rather than an individual who would sit there and just empathise with you and agree with everything that's wrong in your life, they're actually going to challenge you because they're going to use some of these concepts and practice them, but it's in a safe space. And the third thing was having a mentor. So we had senior managers initially, and then graduates of the LEAD program stepped up and became mentors in the years afterwards, which was fabulous. So we had some major breakthroughs. And today, the 3 elements, having the mentors in there as well, is something that people still talk about, that it's been most helpful for them in their career. I think coaching and mentoring is the number one thing that managers need to do. And I speak to a lot of managers who say they're too busy. But you've got to invest the time. If you're not going to be able to go and do all the work for your team, take the time to work through what the issue is and what the skills are that they need building in and support. So they have the confidence to then go out and implement and try things and kind of know you've got their back as the manager, but know that you're also going to support them. It's okay to make some mistakes. When we first launched it, it was actually in response to the NDIS transition. So we had about 30 middle managers or people that were moving into that role, and we needed to gear up for an uncertain time. So we were looking at helping them again to see the big picture, and we wanted to build confidence and give them some base skills and tools that they could use for different circumstances and take them out to their team, encouraging positivity rather than seeing the change as negative. So some of the outcomes that we didn't foresee are that the program is now running with supported employees. So people with intellectual disability who are wanting to build their leadership skills are this year having the opportunity at Woollahra to participate in the leadership program. That's amazing. So the content that we developed is applicable to a really wide audience because it's focusing in on the jobs that they're doing. I think we have to find ways to harness the workforce. We're constantly looking at stretch opportunities, and if you look around you can find very small projects, things to get people involved in, even if just sitting in a management meeting. There's ways to provide that and the person feels seen and heard and known about rather than just a number in the workforce. So I'm happy to give whatever I can to support the sector to roll this out. I'm happy to have chats, come in and talk to management teams about how they might do this. I think we have a lot to give as a sector. There are a lot of people who've been in disability work for a really long time and we've seen a lot of change. And we probably have those skills sitting there, we're just too busy running around. So to stop and think, how can we design a program that'll work for our organisation? There are ways to put that together.